Because ignorance is the darkest kind of prison. You know, it's the one you can barely escape from. I did, but I mean, it's the worst kind of prison of all. And because you don't know why these things are affecting you. But you know, your angst, your confusion, your darkness is somebody's tool, you know. And that's the business of politics, you know. We have to recognize that politics is at least 50% dark side and getting darker, you know.
We've all heard a lot about the white working class vote in this election. Joe Bageant has lived the life. He wrote the highly acclaimed book Deer Hunting with Jesus. We went to Winchester, Virginia, Joe's home, to talk to him about the vote in the upcoming election. I mean, one of the arguments that you make in your book is that the Democratic Party lost the working class vote a long time ago. Tell me why, and tell me what you think it would take for the Democratic Party to get that vote back.
There were a time when good Democrats were down there on the line getting their nose broken with labor when it was on doing, you know, strikes and things, you know, back in another era. And they forgot about those people. At some point, the Democratic Party became the hobby of the Westchester Country Club.
But in your book, you say, you know, there's this guy, this character, Tom, and you say, no one talks to Americans like Tom about universal health care, universal education, paid parental leave, affordable housing, unemployment compensation, food stamps, or Head Start. These are shameful entitlements, more damn government giveaways, in Tom's opinion, frills. But wouldn't he want all those things, ultimately? Wouldn't he want those, and wouldn't he want to be a part of a political party that wanted those too?
No.
Why?
Because they all sound like giveaways. You know, he certainly was embodiment of this Scots-Irish white working class ethos. I don't need anything. I don't need anything for free. There, generations of the only thing you have is your pride. Don't take anything from anybody. I don't need any kind of help. Many of these people don't have an idea of a common good. Like Tocqueville said, he said, in America, no man owes another man anything, and likewise, no man owes him.
I mean, in this election, there isn't a lot of class analysis, and the moment that Obama even starts mentioning the middle class, he's accused of some kind of class warfare.
We won't discuss it because we don't even know it's going on. We accept that the health of Wall Street is the health of our family. It's not. In fact, it's usually the antithesis of it. You know, oh, our well-being is the well-being of Wall Street. That's not true at all. There's the money economy and the real economy. What is working class in America? We've denied that there was such a thing up until very, very recent times. But the fact of the matter is, if the man tells you when to go to work, when you'll get your break, when you'll get your lunch, how much you'll get paid, whether or not you'll get benefits, and when to take a walk when he doesn't need you, I'd say that's working class, and about 70% of Americans fall into that. It doesn't matter if you're wearing a technician's coat or anything else.
So why won't they blame the corporations? You talk about the Rubbermaid factory in the book a lot.
Because they can't see them and touch them. You know, they're faceless, deathless things.
But what about the Rubbermaid factory in Winchester? I mean, you talk about that a lot, about how that factory basically has stayed, which is good, but it's also over the years clamped down on wages, clamped down on health care, and everything else that they can clamp down on, always threatening to move to Mexico or somewhere else if the workers don't suck up the pain. Why wouldn't the workers direct their anger at the Rubbermaid Corporation, and instead they direct it at the government? I mean, the government's the boogeyman.
They can't demonize the corporations. I mean, what if you tried? Try to do something. Look around here. Is there anything that wasn't made by a corporation? Is my sustenance not delivered every day through a corporate-owned ATM? People, it is their environment. It is their consciousness. It's not just the advertisement. It's football. It's everything. These are all corporate propositions. And the constellations inside our mind, what we see, our mindscape, is a corporate mindscape. It's a corporate matrix. There isn't any bad guy over there sitting there operating it from behind the scenes. It's the thing that we have accepted, that we've chosen, you know.
So what do you think the folks who you write about in this book, how do you think they, or do you know how they've reacted to this bailout? Do they think it's a ripoff?
There's that discontent of rising anxiety. It's getting very, like something's going on. It's like a siren in the room, but nobody knows its name. They don't know what to call it. They don't attribute it directly to that because they're used to seeing their money spent on things they don't even know what it is. You know, nobody batted an eye when they appropriated $800 billion to the Pentagon just shortly before that. You know, nobody noticed that. But no, I don't think there's a certain, the word bailout wasn't the best name to give it to start with. I'm surprised that the spin masters missed that one.
What's Joe's version of the American dream?
Fairness, justice, the thing that's right, you know. Working people or philosophers all have that there. It just seems to be some kind of a internal scale. And if you can go to the most fundamental level of what is just, there's no man so brutal by labor that he will not recognize that if you keep it fundamental and right enough. And I think for liberals, progressive liberals or whatever there are, you know, light, whatever they are, and that working man alike, you know, in the worst of conditions, that's the thing that's the same. And that's what Obama represents to liberals, at least the belief in it. You know, it's all rhetoric, but that doesn't mean that it isn't good, you know. Struggle is for the consciousness of the planet, the consciousness of that smear of biology on a speck of cosmic dust. There's a spiritual side of man, there's a moral side. I'm not a Christian, but it's there, and it's there for us to share as a people together. I'm gonna build a cabin 18 stories high. Then I can watch my doty girl when she goes traipsing by. I won't get drunk no more, boys, I won't get drunk no more. I won't get drunk no more, boys, and walk this old plank road. All right. That's not my key to sing in.